On it, jump on it, jump on it. I'm sorry, man. We do. We do.
I'm sure it is.
Goddamn son.
Oh, dear.
Oh, there's an ad. Hello, ad. What is this? An Old Spice commercial?
Oh. Yeah, something's weird about this because like my window that had the beer in it was covering up the spot where the beer was.
Like right there?
Yeah, well, because when I put it up, it's going to be on air. Like, well, I guess it's not horrible, I guess. I'm ready to go whenever you're ready to go.
Yeah, dog.
I guess we didn't check Levs.
Oh, yeah. Well, we should check our levs, dog.
Yeah.
Not wearing a jersey today, dog?
I haven't worn a jersey for a while.
Oh, yeah. You're trying to show off the guns today, huh?
Not really.
Look at those things.
This is another. This is another purchase from Walmart yesterday.
Oh.
This is. I owned 3 shirts exactly like this shirt, but in different colors, and there's the most comfortable shirt, so I bought another one.
Neat.
In heather gray. Walmart. It's not just for BMing anymore. Walmart. We've been live for a while.
Oh, but are we, like, recording? Is what I was...
No.
Well, I'm good to go whenever, dog.
Yeah. Me too. You say that, but then you're not. But you're doing weird things,
Like what?
like not paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
You didn't even know if we were recording or not just now.
I was really quiet, so I was waiting for the point. You bitch.
Here's the point. Don't be a bitch.
Oh, hey, did you see that about Jamal Charles?
Spoiler alert.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, guys, there's news about Jamal Charles.
I did see that. It's on my list.
That's cold.
Yeah, there was an ice chunk in mine, but it was great.
Excuse me.
That way I can drink this one and it shows off the product. Gleaming the cube.
People are going to start thinking that that's the only thing we friggin' drank.
Well, then they're not listening. Shame on them. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
What up, Juice Nation?
What's the haps?
Welcome to Post Draft Podcast
PDP.
with Jesse and Nick.
JNN.
Tonight we are going to discuss a wide variety of things, from drafting cornerbacks and running backs, wide receivers.
WVOT.
Jesse, how are you?
Fantastic.
Excellent. All right, I'll stop. That was.
You
I want to try to
NPR?
my best NPR impression. It wasn't bad. I just was running out of stuff to say.
I'm pretty sure we have we started the show that way before.
Probably.
That's
You know what, Jesse? We've had a lot of podcasts. I'm running out of ways to start the show. How do you want me to start it next
I
time?
don't know. Do whatever you want. Off the cuff's great. I didn't say you did a bad job or anything. Why are you yelling at
thanks.
me? I'm not even doing anything.
Sorry, man. I'm just stressed out because of a lot of things. And one of the more important reasons is the Cowboys not drafting Desmond King in the 4th or 5th round when they clearly had the ability to.
The Vikings had more times to do it, and they didn't do it.
It was freaking stupid.
They had 3 times. He was sitting right there.
But we'll get to that, gang. In the meantime, Jesse!
Smirnoff Ice. Red, white, and berry edition.
Yeah.
Yo, collaborate and listen. Smirnoff Ice, red, white, and berry. Limited edition.
Hey! Whoa! What happened to... Oh, you put it away.
Yeah.
I'll take it now.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I am also drinking the Z Smirnoff Ice.
Which leads me to my next question.
Hey, thanks, Jesse. Jesse, I am drinking... Well, I am also drinking the Smirnoff Ice, but also I am drinking this fine beverage that you gave me called Wicked Grove Hard Cider.
Let's not
Green
call
apple.
it. Let's not call it fine yet. I mean, we haven't delved into it. I haven't even tried it.
Legend has it that in an ancient grove of bewitched apple trees lies hidden in the Vermont countryside.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it's supposed to be read like this.
Well, I don't know, but now I'm mad because I didn't get to read it. This is great.
You could read the second half if you want.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. The fruit is said to have produced the first hard or wicked cider. Wicked Grove is our recreation of that fabled brew. A little sweet, a little tart, and wicked good.
Oh! Aldi Brewery. This is from Aldi Brewery.
Jesse got it from Aldi.
I did. You know, if you go to Aldi, which for those of you that don't know is a pretty cheap grocery store.
It's
around here.
it's like Trader Joe's. It's a sister store of Trader Joe's.
We're also getting a Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Hey man, Aldi is great.
Aldi is great, but there's all these off-brand, there's all these off-brand beers and things that, are clearly not, regular beers. But this is my first venture into them. Because how bad can you screw up a green apple, cider? There's also actual bottles of cider too, but this is the green apple kind.
It's pretty good. It doesn't. It does taste like it's gonna be pretty sweet. It kind of tastes like it's already been. It's like flat already. I don't know. It's weird. I'll get back to you on my second drink.
Oh, red, white, and berry edition, limited edition, blue raspberry, cherry, and citrus. Where have thee been for all thine life?
You know when we're either gonna get burnt out on these or we're gonna become addicted and they're gonna stop selling them.
Thou hast. I got nothing else. When you go away, bequeath me more of you.
Yeah, Emily.
Sorry, Emily. Sorry.
Emily took medieval.
Oh yeah,
class,
so she knows how bad I nailed that just now.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
Where doth you goeth? where
doth thee?
Where doth thee goeth in the offith season? I think I nailed it.
Keep thine body in shapeth.
I think we nailed it.
Lest not ye read any bookin. Parchment, my bad.
Forth you will watcheth on televisioneth. Anyway, so the draft happened this week, this past weekend.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
I did, however, watch every single minute of it.
yeah. Yeah, figured you would. I watched Thursday and Friday, but didn't watch Saturday.
Oh, I was in for the long haul. I watched all. You should know because I was texting you constantly during the
Hey
whole
man,
thing.
it was appreciative. So Saturday I had to go to work. I was driving off site for work, so I couldn't really watch it. So the updates were appreciative because I was tracking to find out when Desmond King was going.
Yeah, I was. It was very like nerve-wracking, and it was a very big letdown because I was so pumped that he was falling to us. Although I did get some of my picks right. Wait, one of my picks right.
Myles Garrett.
No. I mean the Vikings picks.
Oh, yeah. Our top 5 got all shot to hell when the Bears traded up for Mitch Trubisky.
Which is a whole thing in itself that we got to get into.
Yeah, we have to carve out a whole segment for that.
Yeah.
Oh, like 20 minutes.
I only
probably.
have 4 counting your Cowboys that I planned on saying anything about. And it was obviously the Vikings, and then I'm sure you have to talk about the Cowboys, right? And then the other
what?
2 were the Niners and the Bears. Those are the only 2 other teams that I wanted to talk about. Everyone else did, from what I understand, everyone pretty much hit on their first pick, and then did all right afterwards. I didn't really hear of anyone just going bananas awesome.
Browns had a pretty decent draft until one mistaken pick that they may regret, and maybe they won't regret in drafting Kaiser. And
they drafted him in a spot where it was
like
okay.
It was 4th round or something.
Yeah,
right?
it was like an okay spot to draft him. I thought, especially because everyone else had him higher on the board, and I didn't.
Yeah, I mean they could have drafted a quarterback that was probably going to be there at the 7th, but they luckily didn't trade up for him.
Yeah, not like somebody who shall rename 49ers. I mean, nameless.
Rename.
Huh?
Who will rename? You said rename.
What did I say?
Rename.
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 Dang it! My joke came before my. I misspoke.
What?
I misspake.
Oh yes, you misspoketh.
Yeah.
You were joketh.
Anywho,
Thou'th haveth failed. Yes.
Thoust ye yondering.
Emily's gonna bitch at me for like 20 minutes on the drive home. Oh, Shirley, you just murdered it. Murdered.
She's locking.
You ignorant mongoloids.
You ignorant.
Ignorant.
You ignorant.
Yep.
That's just fun.
Yes.
We're so good at it. We should probably do an entire podcast just dedicated to medieval football.
Yeah, I think so too. We're gonna have to do some planning though, because I'm gonna have to look up some more words because I can't just say douse every sentence.
Well, they did.
Do
I mean, historically, you're accurate.
But
Hist accurate is
Did
what I
you just
call
need
it.
to put if at the end of everything?
Est.
Est.
If. And just throw a th on stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Well out thou. E.
Ye old.
Ye.
Ye oldie.
Old. Ye. Oli. Log. E.
Odd long sang.
Oh. Oh. All right. So, what should we touch on first? Like a team or overall opinion of the draft? I mean, we already talked about overall opinion of the draft.
Yeah. You want to?
Yeah.
Who? You know, Actually, the Vikings have gotten a very favorable score from basically every review that I've read on them.
Cowboys have gotten a good draft score grade too. Got an A- from Bleacher Report.
Yeah, A- is what I've been seeing for ours too. I
Don't
think
take an A-. You could get the D like the Bears have been getting.
yeah. Oh, the Trubisky pick was definitely a D, and they've been getting.
Oh, and then a tight end pick with their second pick.
Oh my God, I have a stat. So like, he was ranked.
We're talking about the Bears now, right? Let's just talk.
Let's just talk about the Bears. Okay. Excuse me. They went up. They had the number 3 pick. Somehow had got it into their brains that Tampa Bay was either going to trade out of the pick or
excuse me, sorry guys, I was right into the mic.
Or the Tampa Bay Bucks themselves were going to pick Mitchell Trubisky, which they weren't. It was it was your classic like fake out by the Bucks, beautifully executed.
Oh, so it was faked out by the Bucks?
Yeah, I think so. Because they're like, well, we have offers.
So you were
and
telling me
people are
that
coming
John Fox didn't even
yeah,
know.
and
So-
this is true. Like, they must have had it in their mind. So, like, this is all pre-draft stuff. But then I heard later that John Fox didn't even know that was going to happen until 2 hours before the draft.
So I remember talking to
About 5 o'clock.
Indie Hawk, Danielle, my sister,
Yeah.
the next morning, because after the Trubisky trip, because like I remember it happened, we were all hanging out, and like the entire bar was like silent, and then like a giant what, and
It was a roar.
so I remember talking to Danielle the next day, and I honestly, like, I was like, I am genuinely curious how John Fox reacted to that, like if he had any say in it. And then she sent me a video of like the GM like all super stoked to get Trubisky, and then John Fox would be like, "Hey, yeah, man, hey, we're excited to have you come on board." So like, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
he
to
went up
believe.
on stage. I remember there was a clip where they didn't even talk to him before they picked him, because he was on stage, or like they didn't call him before they picked him. They picked him, and then he went up on stage, and they didn't even get to talk to him until he came off stage, like during the draft.
Yeah.
Because there's a clip of John Fox being like, "Oh, where's he? Oh, you're on stage."
Did they really invite? So Indie Hawk is saying it, they invited Mike Glennon to their draft party. Is that true?
Oh,
Like,
oh, by the way, Mike
Emily,
Glennon.
can you find out if that's true?
Mike Glennon has some sour grapes.
Yeah, dude, he was given starter money. Like,
yeah, like what, 15
oh my God,
some million dollars
They
or
also
something?
guaranteed him $18 million. They guaranteed him $18 million. So he is guaranteed to make $18 million. So they guaranteed Cutler, and then cut Cutler, and then just guaranteed Mike Glennon, and Trubisky's going to be their starter. Danielle's saying it's true. So they invited Mike Glennon
To the Bears draft party?
to the draft party.
Well, I mean,
Well, congratulations, Mike Glennon.
I hope he
this
didn't
is
go.
your replacement. Oh, I'm wondering if he went. Yeah,
yeah. Now I wonder.
Emily's
if he
gonna
went.
have to let us know.
So I'm curious,
Mike Glennon draft party.
but
Bears.
I'm curious, like when either John Fox or the GM are gonna get fired. There's no way this can continue. Oh, first of all, their draft overall consisted of 5 draft picks. And it came with people from like North Carolina A&T, Kutztown, and then Trubisky, and then another their tight end from Ashland, and then one Alabama player. Their draft sucked. It was the worst one.
Yeah,
It had to have been only 5 players, all of them from small schools except for Trubisky and Eddie.
I also don't understand why they wasted a draft pick on another running back.
Oh yeah, I don't understand
Like
that
they
either.
have 5 draft picks. You're gonna waste one on another
Arguably,
running
their
back.
best draft pick was someone they didn't need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Provided the new
But-
only to pick Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Emily
That
confirmed
was
it was
confirmed
the
as-
Mike Glennon thing. That's why the
Sauce.
So thanks, Danielle. Andy Hogg.
So anyway, they let's see, the tight end that they picked, Adam Shaheen, I think his name was ranked like 151 overall, and they drafted him in the second round. and the Vikings drafted a player, a tight end in like the 6th or 7th round that's ranked higher up in the tight ends than he was.
So the Cowboys signed an undrafted free agent who was reported to be a genuinely like a legitimately number 2 tight end who could eventually be a number 1. So like you didn't need to draft a tight end with your second pick.
I mean, the draft. Yeah, first of all, it was super deep in tight ends. Second of all, you picked one who could have gone undrafted.
Yeah.
In the 2nd round.
But he is huge.
Which leads me to our next team we should talk about.
By the way, sorry, hold that thought for just a second. You mentioned GM getting fired. I just wanted to do a side bubble. Bills GM Doug Whaley was fired.
Was fired, right?
Yesterday,
after the draft, yeah. That's a weird time.
Yesterday or Sunday. Yeah, I thought it was weird after the draft.
It doesn't really make any sense because, like, if you're going to build, like, your team or whatever... And he's got... Okay, so I've actually heard stories about him being, like, neutered, quote unquote, and, like, being a shell of a man and hasn't really been involved in anything for a long time. But why not fire him and get someone in that's going to put in some input then?
Yeah.
If you're going to... Why wait? You waited so long.
Yeah.
And apparently, what? Who's the... is it Vance Joseph? Or is that the...
Broncos. That's Broncos.
Broncos, yeah. Anyway, their new head coach.
It's gonna take a little bit for me to remember all the new head coaches.
Yeah, me too.
Sean McDermott is the Bills head coach.
Yes. Apparently, he's just like Whaley's got nothing and has nothing to do with him. They gave McDermott all the power, and like the Whaley didn't have anything, and they didn't get along or something.
It just seems weird though to keep him around after. Like, why not fire him when Rex Ryan got fired? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just there's a lot of weird and dumb things going on in the NFL today, like business wise.
Yeah,
that's dumb. The way the Redskins GM firing and all that stuff worked out was dumb. I don't know. Hiring John Lynch was kind of dumb.
You know, looking at the draft, it wasn't that dumb until one pick. And on another side note, by the way, your beer cam, from Brilliant, man. It's great. I'm looking at the page here on
cam.
Twitch. Yeah, the beer cam.
I thought you said beer can.
No, the beer cam.
Oh, thanks,
it's awesome because now people can I wonder what they are drinking. Oh, that's what they're drinking.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great. Get your Wicked Grove. You know what? It's pretty good. It goes down smooth, and it's kind of dangerous. It was gluten free.
ABV on this samba.
I was about ready to look. Friend,
what's the ABV on samba?
5% alcohol by volume.
Holy jeez, Louise!
That's not bad.
That's 473 milliliters of 5% power. Produced by Wicked Grove Cidery, 1321 Exchange Street.
I'm curious how much this is.
Vermont. How much what is? Money wise?
Like, did you get this like at a 6-pack or?
It was a 4-pack.
4-pack? I'm curious how much a 4-pack was because I kind of want one. Not that I care really. I'm just curious.
Oh.
What do you think? You don't like it?
It's kind of bubblegummy.
Really?
Maybe it's the aftershock of the.
See, I didn't think it was that good after I killed my Bomb Pop beverage and then drank it. But like I'm drinking it, it's going down pretty smooth. I mean, it's really smooth.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
You can't make a comment.
Definitive. I can't make a definitive judgment yet.
Yeah, I hear you.
At first, my first reaction was no, but we'll see.
It's a little sweet.
I'm not counting it out yet,
but it's not bad. It's kind of more like a soda. I don't know. What's the next team?
San Francisco. Might as well. We were just talking about them.
Oh, yeah.
So they had a brilliant first round. They fleeced the Bears.
Yeah,
and got 2 real high quality picks in their first, and just Solomon Thomas, an edge rusher for the
Solomon
first
Thomas,
pick.
who was definitely the second best.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive end in the draft.
And then and then a linebacker, Reuben Foster from Alabama. I mean, this was this is great. They had a great first round.
They had a great they were having a pretty decent third round.
Didn't have a second round.
And
picked Akella Witherspoon, which is another good pick. They got a B- on it in a lot of
Police Report gave him a B
in Sports Illustrated.
And
their next pick was so bad that Sports Illustrated site does not even have it listed.
Really?
It is not on the site. I was like, well, wait a second. Did something happen? No, it just is not there. They traded back up, all right, to get quarterback C.J. Beathard from Iowa.
Yeah.
Who they could have gotten in the 7th round or not at all.
Yeah.
Undrafted.
I feel bad because all these people on Facebook were like, "Oh, congratulations, C.J. Beathard from Iowa."
Well, yeah, congratulations to him. Great.
Yeah, that's great or whatever. But what are you thinking? You signed a third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
In the 3rd round.
I see. So I've heard reports that Kyle Shanahan, because I read up a little bit on it, said there was only one quarterback in this draft that he wanted, and it was C.J. Beathard.
Yeah. But why trade up? He would have been there in 6th
and
or 7th.
Here's something else that we have unique perspective on. Not unique, but we've seen him play a lot.
Yeah.
We're Iowa fans. We're from Iowa. We're Hawkeye fans. We watch the games.
Yeah.
And he's not... He was good for what he was. Comeback kid, never say die, whatever. But
he checks it down like it's his job, man.
When I see him, I never once saw him being oh, he's going to be good in the NFL.
Yeah.
I saw, no. He probably won't play in that. He's the Ricky Stanzi. I'd say he's better than Ricky Stanzi.
I don't think he's better than Ricky Stanzi. I don't think he's better than Ricky Stanzi.
Well, he definitely
new poll for Juice Nation. Who's better, Ricky Stanzi or C.J. Beathard?
Yeah,
Beathard at least got drafted,
or Rudock for that matter.
Yeah,
Ricky Stanzi got drafted in the 5th.
They drafted C.J. Beathard in the 3rd, but then they drafted George Kittle, the tight end from Iowa, in the 5th. I think this is a good pick. Yeah,
a good pick.
Because Vance McDonald isn't really that great,
even though they had him listed as a running back.
Yeah, or a fullback. I thought.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't get the Beathard pick, man. Other than the fact that you said, yeah, Shanahan. My brother Scott is a Niners fan, and he's just. Watching his text on it is hilarious. He was making comments that John Lynch went to the bathroom, but Shanahan's I'm in, and he started
tagged in.
He just picked Beathard.
Trade up quick.
Yeah,
he eats a lot of meat, so he's gonna be in the bathroom a while.
God, it didn't make any sense too, because it was just you just swindled the Bears.
Yeah,
like nobody's business. And
yeah. Overall, I think they had a good draft, but geez, way to put a big old ink stain in your shirt.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I watched that pick live, and I was like, my jaw just dropped, and I was like, what the hell was that? Kaiser was still out there, Yeah,
I watched that one live too. Yeah, because I remember I watched Friday because I kept waiting for Desmond King to go, because every mock draft I had done, he didn't make it through the 3rd round.
Yeah, I know. Same here. I picked him up a couple times, and usually it was my... Oh, no, I got him in the 3rd because I didn't have a 1st round pick ever. So, yeah, I picked him in the 3rd sometimes, but very rarely. Sometimes I just went for him in the 2nd for gigs. But all I could think of was that there was something that all the GMs in the NFL knew that we did not know. That's the only thing I could think of. And possibly that most people had him as a safety, but he wanted to play cornerback. But that doesn't make any sense because
apparently
he's
not slow at his.
Well, yeah, he's not the fastest cornerback.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: you draft him and play him how you're going to play him.
Yeah,
it's not really his choice.
You play him at safety and know that he can flex out and play corner.
Yeah, like a Micah Hyde.
Yeah. I would have killed for Desmond King, man.
Yeah. I don't see. That's what I think. I think just there must have been just something about him that they did not like. There had to have been that we didn't know about. Everybody passed on him. I swear to God, it was every single team. Maybe not the Bears because they didn't really have any picks. Ha. But yeah, I was disappointed. And he ended up going to the Chargers. I don't know if we even mentioned that yet. So what do you want to do? You want to go? Or you want me to go? You want to go?
You can go.
All right, you go.
All right, I'll go. So the Cowboys drafted.
Boo! I'll go. Just kidding. Good times. He didn't like
We
it.
drafted
For those of you at home, he didn't like
Taco Charlton as our first pick.
You got a taco.
We did a Texas taco.
We got a little extra cheese on the taco.
Mm-hmm. There you.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
A Dallas taco?
Who's your second one? Isn't there another funny kind of deal in there?
Oh God, I'm gonna massacre his name. Chidobe Awuzie. Awuzie. He's a corner from Colorado.
Oh yeah, because this is what's his face pick.
We did back-to-back corners.
Yeah, but
So
but this was what's his face who announced it.
God, I can't remember his name. I
One
can't remember
of the
his
best
damn name.
moments in the draft. Really? Oh, I had it too. Hold on.
Give me a
we
second.
replayed it a million
Talk
times.
about it.
No, you keep going. I'll look it up.
Okay. So the Cowboys drafted back-to-back corners because then they drafted Jordan Lewis from Michigan. And that was around the pick that I was hoping that they do Desmond King. And then for some reason they drafted a friggin' wide receiver in the 4th round, which I didn't really understand.
Oh, Switzer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was weird because they just redrafted Cole Beasley.
But you know what? Bleacher Report gave it an A.
Well, I mean, he's Drew Pearson.
Yes.
I mean, he might be a good player, but I just don't see the need.
Drew Pearson's introduction. Sorry, we're gonna go back.
Yeah, go back.
Introduction was friggin' awesome.
It was. They were the Philadelphia fans. By the way, this got kind of annoying during the draft where the Philly fans would boo every time Washington picked, New York picked, and Dallas picked.
Oh,
like,
Philly fans were annoying? No.
Yeah, weird. It's probably going to be there next year too, I bet.
Ugh.
Because they were ranting and raving about how great it was there, and they did Fly Eagles Fly every pick they had.
Ugh.
It was great, I'm sure, if you were a Eagles fan. I feel like it really blew Chicago out of the water, though, as far as, like, they had, like, 100,000 people there over the weekend.
They should do it in Minnesota and we should go.
Yes. All weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How do we get tickets?
I don't know.
Who needs a
We should have gone to
right?
Chicago.
We should have.
A buddy of mine and I were talking about that, too. We should have.
I do kind of kick myself a little bit for that.
The only time it'll be near again is if maybe it's in like Indianapolis or Kansas City or Minneapolis.
I thought they already picked the place for the draft next year, but maybe
I don't know if they did, but I think it's still up. But it'll probably, I bet you it's going to be Philly again.
Ugh.
Because they did Chicago for 2 years, Philly, and maybe that's their new thing. Like go every couple of years.
I wonder how long it is before they have it in like L.A. or Vegas.
Ugh, gross. Probably like next.
Yeah.
You know they're going to go in like the big market
Yeah.
areas.
So yeah, no, the Ryan Switzer. Oh no, Drew Pearson.
Yeah.
So Drew Pearson came out and said that Goodell told him to troll
to go for it,
which
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Like I don't like Goodell all that much, but that's awesome.
That's another thing that I'm kind of getting sick of. Everyone booing Goodell.
Yeah.
Like, just come on. First of all, the players agreed to all the
players put
power
him in
that he
power,
has.
yeah.
So I mean, like they can bitch all they want about it, but it's their own fault.
Yep.
Honestly, when it comes down to it. So, anyway, just boo, whatever. Get over it. Get over it. Hey, get over it. Anyway, Drew Pearson, I had to admit that was great. He was like yelling, and he thanked Philadelphia for his career.
Yeah.
And then like he was shaking, he was yelling. It was great. I have to admit that was a pretty big highlight.
It was great. I am really glad I watched Thursday and Friday night because I could be there for as soon as so my brother sent me, sorry to go back to the Niners and Beathard thing, like, because Beathard and Trubisky, they were like, I'm still baffled about it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any friggin' sense.
No, they were definitely like the two. First of all, I was under the impression that none of the quarterbacks in this year's draft were really starters anyway.
Well, none of them are start ready. Or
Right.
Like
I mean,
NFL
there
ready.
definitely shouldn't be like, even after training camp and preseason and stuff, probably shouldn't get thrown in there. But they're drafting them like they are. In the first and second rounds, you want to get
So,
players that are going to play.
How bad is next year's quarterback draft class going to be?
I don't know.
It must be bad if everybody's trying to grab these guys. Trubisky he won 8 games and he started 13.
Yeah.
Like, you trade up 1 pick, you give a king's ransom for someone who won 8 of 13 games.
You know, it's just like the run of players that we saw. Like, we had a huge run of safeties and corners, and then everyone's grabbing these quarterbacks. I mean, that just goes to show you how important that is. You know, like how important a quarterback is and how important defending the pass is. It's crazy.
Do you you can dismiss this. I haven't given it any thought until just now when I thought of it. Do you think that since with how well Dak played in the 4th round, like last year and getting drafted in the 4th round, these teams are like, holy crap, maybe we'll get a diamond in the rough kind of situation, and they go after somebody who showed flashes of possibly like.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people do in every position in like the 4th,
like
5th,
I guess the
6th
case in point, the Niners
rounds.
drafting Beathard in the 3rd.
Right, yeah.
Like,
I mean, he did show like flashes of. I mean, there was some games that he single-handedly brought Iowa back.
Yeah,
and was going crazy and like just tossing it. I couldn't believe some of those games.
But how would you feel if the Vikings traded up and got him in the 3rd?
Why? No.
Yeah. See.
No. But probably because I'm too close to him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's probably what it is, man.
But here's another thing that I thought, and I kind of hope happens. I hope it starts shifting back to the run game. Because there was a lot of good running backs that went.
There was a lot of running backs taken, period, man.
Yeah, there's and they were all really good quality. You know, so if you have like all these corners that were supposedly good as well taken, and then they just light up, then that would take probably the passing game out of it a little bit more, and then it would focus on these young running backs that are coming up in the league.
I want to get back to the running back thing, but let's talk about the Vikings draft picks.
Well, that's actually quite topical.
Oh, because the Vikings drafted their running back of the future.
Yeah, supposedly.
I feel kind of bad for Latavius Murray.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they definitely. I still am, I guess, excited about Latavius Murray playing for him.
I like Murray.
Latavius Murray too. But if you this is really sad because last year he was losing a lot of snaps to 2 rookies.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah, Jalen Richard and someone else. But you know, honestly though, if you're good enough, then you'll get it, you know.
Well, do you think maybe Zimmer wants to try to convert him more into like a wide receiver, running back kind of situation?
Cook?
What?
Cook? Dalvin Cook? Or
no?
Murray?
Oh, Murray. Sorry, Murray. Because Murray's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, but they said he wasn't that great in the passing game.
Oh,
I think they just went for it. I think they just saw Dalvin Cook sitting there and they're like, I cannot believe this person's not off the board yet, and just went for it. You know what I mean? Like, and great. I mean, a lot of people are saying he's one of the biggest steals of the draft that he fell that far. Apparently, he had some off-field issues. Some like he got into a BB gun fight once, and this is all like early on in his college career. Did something about endangering puppies because he like chained them 3 puppies together or something.
Did he hear puppies?
No, I don't think he heard them. He just had them together and got a fine or something. And then supposedly punched a woman in the stomach, but it actually went to trial and he was found not guilty.
Oh, okay. Then he's not
So
guilty.
yeah, so he had some little things, but they're thinking that was so early on and it wasn't really big deals that the red flags weren't really red flags, and that's part of the reason why he fell. So we'll see. And then they picked up my guy, one of the guys that I really wanted them to pick, and Pat Elflein, the center from Ohio State, another offensive lineman, which they desperately needed. I was pretty effing happy about it. And then went back in the 4th round, not picking Desmond King, on and on and on and on.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but we really wanted Desmond King on our team. I don't know if it was that or if we were really also fearful that he was going to go to the Packers.
Oh, yeah, because the Packers were like ahead of us
because we
every
kept
time.
texting each other about how he's like, oh, the freaking Packers going to take him.
So Packers had 4th round pick 1, and I'm like, oh, crap, here it comes. And then the Packers took someone else. And then the Vikings took Jaleel Johnson, defensive tackle for Iowa, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" You know, he's a damn good player. Making Johnson and Beathard 2 players that got drafted before King from Iowa, and Kittle as well. He got drafted before him too. No,
Yeah.
yes. So anyway, and then pick 14, we got the linebacker from Michigan, Ben Gedeon, which some people thought was kind of a reach, and I kind of did too.
Holy balls!
What?
Unity hater, what's up, guys?
Unity hater, what's up?
That's pretty sure I think I know who that is. What up? Anyway,
Player?
I think if I'm not mistaken, Unity hater is a Seahawks fan.
What? A new Seahawks fan?
Yeah.
I mean, for years. My bad. It's been years.
Yeah.
Ever since they came out.
He yeah.
But welcome.
Yes.
But
What are you drinking?
What was I saying? There was we're not drinking. Certainly we wouldn't drink. But anyway, and then they picked in their 5th round pick. This is where I was the most frustrated of all times, because we had 3 4th round picks that we kept moving down from when Desmond King was there. We didn't get him, and then we ended up picking a wide receiver. Well, we got another guard, and then that tight end I was talking about, which was a steal as well, and then some other fellas.
You know, if
It was a great draft overall.
I'm gonna be really upset when Desmond King like tears it up for the Chargers too.
Ugh.
But I just kept thinking, like, I was like, good for him, man. He gets to go to LA. He gets to play.
Oh
for a
yeah, I was
team.
thinking that too. I was like, man, that's gonna be sweet. Too bad it's not San Diego.
Yeah, I know. I would rather play in San Diego.
Oh yeah, San Diego's awesome, even though I've never been there.
I've heard it's better.
I've heard it's great.
I've heard LA is just a crap hole.
I've heard that San Diego is where you want to be.
And San Francisco. I've heard a lot of good things about San Francisco.
Yeah, I've heard better things about San Diego. My bad. All right, don't yell at me. All right, just what I've heard.
Sorry, man.
I got no opinions. Stop! Don't look at me. All right. Well, that wraps that up. We did.
Hey, sorry. While I remember and think about it, so
Yeah.
I'm really glad your team didn't draft Joe Mixon, but the Bengals did.
Yeah.
So I think I want to kind of like make a preseason guess, or like I kind of want to say it now. Like I think Jeremy Hill's going to get traded. I
Okay.
think the Bengals are going to trade Jeremy Hill because they're not going to trade Giovanni Bernard.
Why not though?
Because Mixon is more of a Hill run style. Bernard is more is like is there like third down
Yeah.
passing back.
He's the quicker guy. He's the,
Yeah. And plus Jeremy Hill has been griping a lot lately.
Yeah, the Mixon pick made sense to me. Both made sense and didn't make sense to me for them.
I don't think it made sense for the
Well,
Bengals.
for me, it made sense because they do pick up a lot of troubled players and they take
They do.
risks on them. And, you know, more of the times than not, it pans out. But it didn't make sense because they already had Gio and Hill. That's, I mean, but they did lose Rex Burkhead, I guess. I don't know.
But why? But yeah, draft
Both
someone
Hill-
in the first round.
Both
for-
Hill and Bernard do have like some injury stuff going on. I mean,
Do you think if Mixon were available when the Vikings picked, they would have picked him?
no, because they already had Cook at that point.
What?
Pretty sure
No,
Cook went
Mixon went in the
before
first
Mixon.
round.
Did he?
I thought so. Or second?
No, he didn't go in the first. I know he didn't go in the first.
Let's find out.
You find out. I'm gonna.
Oh no, round 2. I'm sorry.
What pick?
48.
Yeah, see, we picked 41.
Oh,
so
okay.
we picked Cook. I thought that's the
okay.
way it worked. Because I was like,
apologize,
oh,
friend.
Mixon's still there, and then they
Yeah.
picked Cook, and I was like, oh. See, and here's
Because
the
you
thing
and
about
Brian were
Cook.
talking about. No, I don't think Brian was ever talking about Mixon. You were talking about Mixon.
I was talking about Mixon, but I think Brian also didn't care if Mixon was on the team. I can't remember. Anyway, another Vikings fan.
Nobody cares if they're good.
Yeah, right. No, it is the great equalizer though.
Oh god, it makes me feel
Great
like a monster.
equalizer.
Great equalizer.
It's a great equalizer.
It's for monsters.
No, what? It's like that's baby talk.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
how babies talk.
yeah.
Anyway, what?
Jeremy wanted to talk. Oh yeah, that's right. Jamal Charles.
Yes.
Okay, so draft news. Is there anything else with the draft? I mean, there's some stuff. I guess. There's a bunch of draft picks.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of draft picks.
Sheldon Richardson once again did not get traded. The Jets tried to trade Sheldon Richardson. They tried to trade him. They've tried to trade him every year for the past 3 years that I can remember.
Yeah.
And this year,
he's
I
only
guess
been in the league.
the
for
Cowboys
like
were
3
interested,
years.
but the no one wants to pay the $8 million that Sheldon Richardson is due to get paid this year.
Yeah,
He's not that good.
he I don't know what why don't they just cut him already? I
don't know.
What's the deal?
I feel like they probably have to eat that money. So
Yeah.
they're probably want to keep.
They
him
just
because
want
they
to
can
dump
get
it off on
something
him. Well, they should pull Cleveland Browns then, or Texans, and do the new Moneyball deal, which is like trade a play.
Trade him to the Browns.
Here's one thing I didn't understand that I just remembered about the draft. The Broncos and the 49ers. The 49ers picked up like 3 or 4 running backs. They have like 6 or 7 running backs on their squad now because they traded. Here's something weird. I think this might be related to the Beathard pick. They traded.
We are not going to let that pick go.
They traded with the Broncos for a player, Bibbs, which I only vaguely remember.
Yeah.
And a 5th rounder to go back up to pick Beathard or something, and then picked another running back. Or they traded up that pick and used that pick to pick another running back. Something weird like that. And I was like, what are they doing? That's why I had it in my mind that San Francisco is doing so badly, because they're just doing such oddball, weird stuff like that. Like multiple running backs, so now they have like all these people.
Well, Shanahan drafted Beathard because he apparently saw a lot of Kirk Cousins in him. So I'm like,
Great.
I guess he'll sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years.
For those of you listening at home, I got 2 thumbs up. I gave 2 thumbs up for that.
Yeah.
You like that? Yeah. Great. Good for him. I wonder what he thinks about being compared to Kirk Cousins.
So, Jeremy, so Jamal Charles today got signed by the Broncos to a 1-year, $1 million deal. Was that what it was?
It was a 1 million, or 1 year up to 3.75 million.
Oh,
Up
1
to-
million guaranteed though? Like I thought I
I
saw
don't know
something
what that-
about
I
1
don't know.
million, but maybe not.
I don't remember that. All I remember is up to $3.75 million. Must be with incentives and staying healthy and.
That's
all this
interesting
other
too, because Marshawn Lynch, apparently his deal is exactly 1 year, $3 million.
Yeah.
Contract.
What a weird season it's going to be with Marshawn and the Raiders, AP with the Saints, and Jamal Charles
Broncos
with
with
the
a division
Broncos.
rival Broncos too.
Yeah, that's right.
So Jeremy had asked if I don't know the exact tweet. Emily might have to find it over there. But she asked. I mean, sorry, Jeremy asked, like if he'll make like an impact or whatever. If he'll affect the team. I don't know. I think so.
It depends. It depends on if he's going to stay healthy.
Yeah, if he is
That's
full
what
health.
he said. Something like that. He
I don't
said
think
like
he was
if
full
healthy,
health.
he's a great player. But
So like last season though, when he came back, he wasn't full
yeah,
health.
and he hurt himself.
Yeah. So if he's fully healthy, he's definitely a good ad.
And you could say that for every single one of these players. If Marshawn is completely healthy, great pickup.
Mm-hmm.
If Charles if AP, if they're all healthy, they are amazing players and they'll be awesome because they're all about the same age. Pretty sure.
Yeah. Marshawn's younger than AP. So AP is like 31, Marshawn's 30, I think. And
But Jamal's got to be
Jamal's
30, 31.
do you think?
Yeah, he's got to be.
I'm going to Google that.
Do it. And I'll give you some Google music right now. Gonna Google it in your laptop.
Yeah, I like it. That's good.
Oh, also, while you're looking that up, I want to give when we're done with
He's
this.
30.
No, okay, yeah, he's 30. Okay,
Yeah, so man, it's crazy that all these guys are getting old and
well, it's crazy
going
that
to retire
old
for a
is
second
30.
time or
all right,
I know.
coming from somebody
know.
who's older than that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
Now there's a 30-year-old coach
A 29-year-old coach,
who's 29.
Sean McVay.
I thought he was a 30-year-old.
Well, he was 29 when he got hired.
Oh, I see. Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, he's like, but that's the record, so.
Yeah. But still, though, there are a lot of these guys who have accomplished more than us.
Well, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, not just football coaches that have accomplished. But let's talk about 5th-year options.
What? 5th-year option?
For these players that have been on their teams going on 5 years.
We also completely skipped Will Jamal Charles making an impact for the Broncos. I mean,
we did if they're healthy.
Yeah, but we kind of talked about it. Like we talked about it, like if healthy. But
Right.
I do think that I think he's better than C.J. Anderson. I think he's better than the alternative options that they have. But I also think that the Broncos are just trying to they're trying to find their weapon because they know they don't have a starting quarterback.
Here's the problem too. The big problem, I think, is that you just don't know what you have with Jamal Charles. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big if because it's been 2 seasons now that he's been hurt and not been able to do anything. So I mean, like, are his ligaments all just dust at this point? He's going to get a hit and just be out? I mean, do you even play him in the preseason?
Do you think he'll play the full season?
No.
I don't think he will.
I can't see it. I can't see
I hope he does.
The only one that I could see playing the whole season would be Marshawn. Lynch.
Yeah, I don't think Peterson will.
Because I don't think Marshawn didn't really leave because of an injury or anything.
He just left because he didn't want to do it anymore.
And the other two haven't played many games because of injury the last couple of years.
I hear you.
So, ODBJ got his 5th-year option picked up along with Kelvin Benjamin, but Sammy Watkins did
because
not.
I thought Kelvin Ben they decided on Kelvin Benjamin last I checked.
They did. They picked it up. Put it down.
Sammy Watkins makes sense.
It does
because he's been injured.
I know, but man, you pick up the 5th-year option and it still doesn't cost you that much.
He should be excited though. Like honestly, if I were Sammy Watkins,
he's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
The only problem is
he needs to have a good, full, healthy season, and then he's gonna get paid.
Especially if he makes it all the way to free agency. If he makes it all the way to free agency, he's gonna get tons of money.
Yeah,
a boatload of money.
Yeah.
Unless he does this stupid
one year
prove it deal crap.
Yeah, too many of those freaking players too many of those deals have been happening.
Jeffrey, I couldn't believe Jeffrey did that.
Yeah, if I was Alshon Jeffrey, seriously, I would have taken as much money as I possibly could. Like that's why I think Watkins.
Maybe it's just like hubris. They're like, I'm the best. I'm just gonna go out there and no one's gonna keep it down. And they're gonna go out there and just kill it. No injuries. Don't worry about that. I'm going to kill it, and then I'm going to get
Yep.
$1 billion next year.
Hey, S. McKeggs joined us.
Hey!
He said, talked about the 49ers draft. You like that? You like that? Yeah, we talked
We
about
did
the
talk
Niners
about
draft.
it. Where were you at?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
dog.
time zones
Hey, we tweet about
don't
it for
rest
a reason.
for anybody.
Scott.
Just because you're in a different time zone doesn't mean we're going to start in that time zone, right?
I can't open it. I got it. I opened it.
The struggles of opening a twist top.
You know,
The struggle is real, people.
You know, sometimes you just get to a point where you're like, damn it.
Just open, please. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do this is a do-over from last week. Fantasy Factory. A delicious beverage. Well, it's not that great, but furnished by my brother, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate the beverage.
You should put that on the beer can. The beer can.
I will.
Because
It's the only one that we have so far. It
yeah.
was on it last week, but it's still pretty. It's still a pretty sweet bottle.
Oh, was it on the beer cam last week?
Yeah, like briefly at the end.
So what'd you think? You finished the Wicked Grove. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, that was all right. I think it was too sweet.
It is really sweet. Stop doing that.
A snort. I snorted. There's booze in that.
Yeah, it's Emily's.
Emily, when I gave you this, I said you said you would drink the whole thing, and you lied to me.
She said it won't fit all in
Where's the glass now?
The glass is right there. There's room in the glass. Pour it.
Pour
Here.
it. Pour it. Pour
Thanks.
it. Pour it. Pour. I feel like
You know she's
eighth
not
grader.
gonna drink
Chug,
well.
chug, chug, chug. That's fine.
On it.
I was just joshing.
It is really sweet.
It's too sweet. Too sweet.
Holy cow.
Give me a minute. You riff for a second. I'm gonna get up out of my seat.
Should I like rap or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I can't. What?
You can't say you're gonna rap.
Oh, I know what I can say. We didn't talk about this last week.
say what.
I'm just sitting here on the couch on this beautiful day.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, since Jesse's getting up to what I can only assume to go jump on a trampoline that his kids own. Those of you on Twitch, you'll see that I'm wearing a jersey that's number 94. Those of you listening, I'm wearing number 94. It's DeMarcus Ware. Yeah, Jesse said that nobody cares. I disagree, Jesse. You told me to riff, man. Anyway, DeMarcus Ware retired officially as a Cowboy last week, and that was exciting because I bought this DeMarcus Ware jersey a few years back, right before he got cut, and then went to the Broncos. So now I can finally wear it with Cowboy pride again.
You can do it. Yeah, but some of those players that go away, you never really stop loving them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I want
to see if Emily's foot pops up here in the video stream.
I wanted big
It's
things
coming.
from Ware.
Yeah. Yes, I saw it and I knew it.
Yeah, there was a foot in the
It was a
podcast
foot.
there.
Her face and her foot have made appearances in this podcast. These are Easter eggs, people. There will
Unity
be a
hater.
test.
I don't know if you're still listening or not, but I know you had purchased a Richard Sherman jersey, and I've been waiting
Years ago.
I've been waiting like weeks and weeks and weeks to find out if Richard Sherman was going to get traded, and like the draft was kind of like the deadline for if Sherman was going to get traded, and the Seahawks wanted a first round pick, and then I think a mid round pick for
Yeah.
Sherman or whatever, but Sherman wants out of Seattle, so I'm wondering if I don't think he'll be there after this year. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe.
You're now questioning it, which I didn't think you would.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, you're trying to line up the bottle.
Yeah, but it looks fine on its own. I don't think that. I think it's all kind of a smoke and mirrors type thing.
Are you sure? Because I think it's Sherman initiating this stuff, the trade talks. And everything,
I don't know if
and
it
the
is.
drama.
I don't think it is. Although it wouldn't put me past him because he is kind of that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like personality.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I mean, Hey, Unity hater, how do you think the Seahawks draft went? Just go ahead and shoot a chat there, and we'll read her off for you. Give it a little review, and we'll read it off.
You know, I didn't actually. Seahawks or the Patriots? I have no idea how they drafted.
The Patriots didn't even draft until the third round.
I know, they kept
They
trading back.
don't give an F. They just don't care.
Because they
They're
know
like,
they're the
whatever.
best team in the AFC. They are the best team in the AFC.
Oh, and by the way, they are not moving on Garofalo, so I think that Garofalo is going to be
Garoppolo, not
Janine Garofalo. Who are you talking about? I was talking about Janine Garofalo.
I didn't actually play football.
She doesn't.
Oh.
I was talking about Patriots stand-up comedy club, the Pat Riot,
What?
the Giggle Hut,
The Giggle Hut. That's
Pat
good.
Riot, Giggle Hut, the Pat Riot Giggle Hut.
Oh, Jesse,
Austin.
I have laughed so much the past few days, times with you there and times without you there, that my head has consistently been hurting from laughing. Oh, it hurts.
Why
It
you
hurts,
been
man.
laughing so much?
I don't know. It just keeps happening. That's just super funny. Oh,
Let's continue on with fifth-year options.
yeah. Oh,
Greg
wow.
Robinson-
Yeah, let's circle back to that.
Yeah, Greg Robinson, the offensive lineman, who was the second overall pick, did not get his option picked up, which is not really a surprise to anybody for St. Louis or Los Angeles Rams. Anthony Barr did get his option picked up, which I figured would happen, even though he did have a down year last year. And then the only one left on my list that I could remember off the top of my head
Teddy Roosevelt?
was Teddy Bridge Over Troubled Water. Teddy Fridgewater. Remember we went through a whole couple weeks where we just came up with new names for Teddy Bridgewater? That
I
seems
think
like
Teddy Bridgewater is still my favorite, but I do like Teddy
Bridge over
Troubled
Troubled
Water.
Water. Yeah, I think that's still my favorite. But that seemed like eons ago when
Back when
I
he
was
played.
so excited about it. And here's the thing: people are like, "He's done in Minnesota. He's done in Minnesota. They didn't pick up his option, and he's done." But everyone fails to mention that if he spends the whole year on the PUP list, then his option, his fifth-year option, gets rolled over into next year, so we can pick it up next year.
I think he might be done. Period, though, man.
Maybe.
Like, and I hope not. I really hope not.
That's two players that the Vikings have right now that could be just out because of knee injuries, that didn't get
the other?
that didn't get better. Sharif Floyd.
Oh,
He doesn't have like feeling.
oh, damn.
They said something about his knee not firing.
I wonder if he has drop foot, like what Jalen Smith had or has.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did the same thing. He didn't have feeling, or he just got feeling
Yeah,
back or something.
he started feeling. He started getting feeling back in his nerve, which is good.
I think that's the same thing that what like Floyd has. Yeah, something similar. But Bridgewater, I have no idea. Like, there hasn't really been much to go on. The only thing they keep saying is they don't have a timetable for him. That's the only thing they keep saying. Which, man, it's such a shame. Because, like, if you go from everyone saying that this next season is going to be, like, your breakout season to just, boom, nothing. And, like, you might not ever play the game again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The Cowboys picked up,
That's
I mean,
disappointing.
it's a no-brainer. The Cowboys picked up Zach Martin's fifth-year option. In fact,
Wow,
they
yeah.
picked it up, and they're going to sign him to a huge contract.
Oh, yeah.
He's like one of the best, if not the best, offensive guards in
Yeah,
the
I agree.
NFL. I mean, like...
Madden says so.
Yeah. Yeah, Madden does say so.
I picked up Yonda instead because I knew you wouldn't trade me him.
Yeah, I would never trade you Zach Martin.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I picked up Yonda. It was like 94.
Oh.
Still good. It's pretty
How you
solid.
doing in Madden?
Oh, horrible.
I don't understand it. You've been playing a decent amount, and you still, yeah.
I think it's in my head.
It probably is.
Because of it's the interceptions that kill me. They just kill me. And now, at least now, I'm seeing, and like, as I'm throwing, I'm like, oh no. And like, I could just see it happening before it happens.
Freaking Madden had a game where they're just like, oh, I see Dak Prescott is 5 for 560 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. We're going to change that. And they just screw you, like throw a person out of nowhere and you pick the ball off.
I do know that Madden does make you lose games.
Yeah.
They do. Like, there was a game where I could tell there was at least 2 games. One was the Browns, one was the Jags, and then there was another one against the Bears, and they were all like the worst. They were the worst teams in our season, and they all 3 beat me, and I could not win those games. There was no way.
Yeah.
Like, they threw a fake punt touchdown pass to Barnage.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh yes,
Oh.
that's right. Barnage got cut.
Yeah, the Browns drafted a tight end with the 3rd pick in the
And
first
just
round.
cut him immediately.
Cut him the next day. And you know what sucks? Barnett just tweeted out to him that night after he got drafted saying, "Welcome to the team," and like, glad to have you with us or whatever. And then he gets cut the next day.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's downright heartbreaking.
But the good note is
Nope.
note.
Did he get signed already?
No,
I haven't
he
seen
gets
it.
signed by the Vikings, and then I could get a Vikings Barnage jersey.
That would be awesome.
Although he is like 31. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I think he'll get picked up.
I picked him up on the Mexico City Diablos.
Jeremy mentioned about the Cowboys picking him up, and I would love that, yes, but we already have an old dude on the Cowboys, and we need some young blood.
An old dude.
What?
Like
Jason Wynns an old dude?
I like you say that casually. Well, he's just some old dude.
Yeah.
It's an hour.
That's surprising.
That's very surprising. I feel like I've been talking too much. I ain't having enough time to drink this beer and
Yeah,
and
I
such.
opened up this Smirnoff. I haven't even taken a drink.
Well, we better at least finish these beers.
Yeah.
Well, beer and malted beverage.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Tink. What?
Too much dead silence. We
Yeah,
both
it
drank at
was
the
too
same
much dead
time. That was a
silence.
dumb idea.
Well, you know what happens. You know what? I'm done with my laptop. I'm just close my laptop.
You did just close your laptop. I would do the same, but it's currently running everything that we
Yeah,
do.
that would be a bad idea.
And it would not save it. That would be bad. So, after post-draft, do you have a good feeling about your team?
So, like, yeah, I guess reading the post draft stuff has been kind of helpful. Honestly, like, unless they were in the top like 10 or 15, I don't think it really mattered for the draft this year. Like, I think the Cowboys' offense, their offense, I don't think changed. Our offense, I think, is going to take a dip since Doug Free retired. I kind of wish they would have addressed that a little, or they would have addressed that.
I think. Who did they draft? They went defense, right?
It was almost all defense. Yeah.
Well, see, I think that's what they needed
couple
to address. I
wide
mean, I
receivers
think
and a
with Doug
running
Free
back.
being gone, you'll still be okay. But what you needed to do was shore up your defense, which they
Absolutely,
did. So
yeah.
I think they did. I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I hope. I'm glad they drafted Taco because found out yesterday or Sunday that Randy Gregory failed his 7th drug test.
Yeah.
And he was ignoring NFL officials' phone calls.
Yeah,
So I would
He's
probably say
gone.
is done.
and
But Jerry Jones still refuses to acknowledge it.
there was like a article. I actually showed this to Emily earlier, and it said like it was a big quote from him saying, "I have to prove to the NFL that I'm not a psycho mother effer."
I thought that was Greg Hardy.
Oh yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, my bad. You guys have so many.
No, there's a difference.
That was an honest
There's
mistake.
a difference between someone who like beats women and throws them on a bed of assault rifles and someone who just enjoys pot too much.
Well,
Like, there's
you
a
don't
difference.
you don't know necessarily pot every time.
I think it's pot every time because there's Rolando McClain who likes jungle juice.
Well, you mean
Whatever happened
the
to
purple
that?
drank
Purple drank. I'm sorry. Thank you. Not
with
jungle
the
juice.
codeine?
Yeah.
That just proves that Randy Gregory is an idiot.
Yeah, 100%. You friggin' idiot! Like I was talking to Todd at work yesterday. Like, you're getting paid millions. If someone were to, it's like this. If someone were to come up to me and be like, "Nick, I'm going to pay you millions of dollars to not eat sweets for a couple of years," I'm not going to eat sweets for a couple of years because I'm getting a couple $1 million to do so.
Think about all the things that you could do to keep your mind off of sweets. That you could for millions of dollars.
Count your millions of dollars.
Wait a second. What do you count as sweets, though? I mean, like beer,
like cake and stuff, like beer,
like Buffalo Sweat Vanilla Bean. That's pretty sweet.
I mean like candy and donuts and cake and
muffins. What about muffins?
I don't know.
See, what's the line?
I think muffins would be okay. Muffins are sweet, but
blueberry muffins are a damn good treat.
But muffins could also, muffins are a good breakfast. Like they could be wholesome. You know what sounds good? A lemon poppy seed muffin, and I don't really like poppy seed.
What if someone said you can't drink any booze for and we'll pay you $1 million?
I have no problem with that. 100%.
Once again, you run into I could probably figure out 1 million different things to do with it. Well, $1 million to keep my mind off of booze. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And eventually, you'd end up just not being addicted anymore. Anymore.
You have to go to AA for a little bit.
You don't have to. I mean, you got $1 million. What do you need AA for?
Would you root for the Packers for 2 seasons for $1 million? Like hardcore root for the Packers, like root against the Vikings, root for like wearing gold and green, going to the games, thinking Aaron Rodgers is God's gift to football.
That's you can't. Oh, speaking of this, put a pin in that.
Yeah, you better come back to that and answer it.
Well, I'm going to do the same thing to you. You realize?
I have to be ready.
I just have to pick which team I think
my
you
wife
hate the
always
worst.
says, if it happens to me, it happens to you.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, I don't feel good. Yeah, I don't feel good about that.
So, you remember Andrew Corliss, the tight end for the Packers? Yeah. Remember the God's Gifts tattoos on the back of his arms? So on the back of one of his arms it says God's, and then on the other side it says Gifts.
Douchebag.
Yes, in this, I saw that like the first time I ever saw him on TV, and I saw that I'm like, oh, that's the worst, and I just had this like hate fill. I was like, you're the worst. That is the worst. The story behind it is that God gives us all gifts and blah blah blah. It was some right, exactly. But then today, as I was researching for this podcast over my lunch break, I saw that our new tight end has the same tattoos on the back of his arms. And I go, no, God, please, no.
That's awesome. Hey, our new, most likely kick returner, like the Swissler guy or
Switzer.
He's probably one of the best return guys in the draft. But he's got...
What's his name?
Ryan
Switzer. I only can think of was your old coach, Barry Switzer. You should know that. He won a Super Bowl for you.
I've had some stuff to drink.
Anyway, how dare you?
He has friggin' Believe tattooed on the inside of his...
Yeah, I saw the... Oh, it's gross. That's such a...
Yeah.
Oh, God, that had been so painful, too.
And also dumb. Who sees that
Plus, it's
tattoo?
a really, not manly tattoo.
And
there's stars.
Fade. Yeah, I know. It would fade
it's in this curly cursive.
Did he get to call and then go get that tattoo, or did he always have that tattoo?
Did he lose a bet?
I don't know, man.
It's something. I feel like there's a story there.
I don't know. Oh, man, I'm getting full. This is a lot of sweet beverages.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up here.
I think so, too. Hey, guys. You should tweet at us at FB Juice at Twitter, right there above Jesse's head.
Yeah, or you could visit us on our Facebook page.
There you go, you got it.
Facebook page.
Email us if you guys got questions, comments, concerns, obscenities, dislikes, likes, love stories, short fables, novels, legends of of the Hidden Temple. Email us at profootballjuice at gmail.com.
If you have any blue barracudas or purple monkeys, you could go to profootballjuice.com
My man.
and check out any
I want to give you a standing ovation for that, but I can't. Like we're doing our head credits. That was awesome.
You can download the cast from there, and that's about it. And stuff. So, or you could listen to us on Stitcher.
Or if so be, enter this way and listen to iTunes Radio.
Nice. Thanks, Olmec. Google Play Music.
This has been the best ending to a podcast ever. I don't even know where we are. Google Play
TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio.
You could watch us live on Twitch.tv.
Hey, watch these episodes on YouTube for
On
when we
PodTube.
don't have a website anymore.
Yeah, which
We still have.
Yeah, we still have it.
We have that until October. We were mistaken. We were going to lose our domain name, but we kept our domain name.
Yeah.
You just karate chop your
No, I karate shot the couch because it's popping up here.
bird? Oh.
Thanks to Arcade Brewing.
Yeah, thanks for letting us, what?
What's up, Big B 5535?
Muzak. Oh, no,
Google
get it.
Play
Yeah,
Muzak.
Muzak. Now I get it.
Yeah.
A little slow right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Brad.
Thanks to Emily's.
Hey, Emily, our marketing coordinator, director, tweeter,
Social
she
media
tweets
manager.
Because, so dropping
She'll
on
tweet,
little,
so you don't have
little
to.
Yeah. I don't like my cell phone and social media and texting a whole lot. Like I don't know, man. I don't like getting on my phone.
Emily,
Except for when I text
Emily.
you and
Nick's lying.
no, hold on.
Nick's
I don't
lying
like
again.
unless I'm trying to stir the pot. How's that?
Sometimes you're sitting here and I'm trying to tell you something live. and I'm talking to a brick wall because you're sitting down here looking at your phone during the podcast even.
I
have to snap at you many times. I just had to earlier tonight.
I should You know what, guys? Ignore that I said that. Thanks to Jeremy for giving you an alcohol.
Yeah. Thanks for your questions, the other Jeremy.
Yeah.
On the Twitter sphere.
Okay. I got nothing.
I actually played the music, but then you went on a rant about lying about how you don't
No,
like.
here's the thing.
media.
I'm sorry, Bill. Bill's gonna start clawing the bejesus out of my foot. Bill, let go of my freaking toe. So, I just don't like tweeting and stuff. I feel like there's more to be said than just 140 characters is what I'm talking about. Like, and I don't like texting after a certain while.
Nick's a writer.
Hey, guy on the right, what do you think about Taco Charlotte? I think I'm hoping he's good. We need a right end. They're going to start him out at right end. So we'll have DeMarcus Lawrence on one side, which is great. Bill's going to town on my foot. And then we'll have Taco Charlton on the right.
Attacking, not humping.
So I hope he's good. His biggest complaint is that he gets dismissed by power blockers. But I've also kind of heard that he's very and I've heard this about Charles Tapper and Malik Collins, that they're very moldable, and Rod Marinelli is like the best defensive coordinator, where you can just like, here's a very athletic, very talented person with a very set of skill, with a very specific
I
set
have
of
a
skills.
certain set of skills.
Like, make him to what you want to be, and I believe Rod Marinelli will. I think Taco Charles. I think I'll probably end up having a jersey that says Taco on it. Like,
I'm probably gonna have one that says Cook on it.
yeah. I'm gonna get a Dak jersey.
Hey, Big Fish 535. I am a Vikings fan. I'll tell you now about my first pick. Dalvin Cook's gonna take this league by storm and kick everyone's faces on the way out doing it.
I don't think that'll happen.
Face kick.
Hachah!
You're lucky. You are fortunate that you don't have to face Dalvin Cook this season.
We will in the playoffs,
That's true. NFC Championship game.
and then you have to face Zeke. and Dak.
We have a good defense. I'm not worried about it. Jaleel Collins is gonna make Zeke soil himself in the bad way.
Ting ting. You watched Into the Badlands yet?
No,
God darn it.
that is so on my lower list. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye guys. Thanks for joining us.